Hello everyone, I'm NiiNiiFC, home for all of your Chelsea and football related talk. And today I'm bringing you a Transfer Daily video. And today the video is going to be on departures from the club. Now, to kick things off, I'm going to talk about Betrand Traore and his transfer to Lyon for £16 million. Now, I know a lot of people were pretty sceptical about the transfer fee that we received. Obviously, £60 million, it's not enough. Especially in today's market where a lot of players are going for really overinflated prices. But I kind of feel that the reason why... Actually, not. I don't even feel. I know the reason why the transfer fee was less was because we have a 15% sell-on clause. So what that means is if he does ever leave Lyon in the future for a big fee, we receive 15% of the transfer. And I think that's a good... that's a decent value to have in the transfer, in our opinion. In my opinion, Betrand Traore is the new Griezmann. I know I've got a lot of stick for it, but in terms of the playing style, they're really identical. Even how they started off becoming strikers. Griezmann, back in his Real Sociedad days, he came through their youth academy. He started off as a winger on the left. It wasn't until the season before he went to Atletico where he was moved up front alongside Carlos Vela in a 4-diamond midfield and 2 up front. And he really blossomed, and really that was his role from the start. And we've seen it with Betrand Traore as well. Now, at Ajax, he was unfortunate because he was kept out wide because the manager at the time, Peter Bosz, decided to play Dolberg in the middle. Now, of course, Traore isn't a winger, and he isn't, he's not used to that role. Now, the thing with the Bosz system at Ajax is that he prefers to have his wingers really wide and really isolated from play. Now, it's not really the best system, I think, personally, for getting the best out of attacking players. In modern day football, you really need to have the fullbacks providing the width and allow your more, creative players to play more in field, which would have suited Traore, but he still showed glimpses of his ability. And what do I mean in terms of his comparison to Griezmann? Well, he's got a great left foot like Griezmann does, great close control, great under pressure, and he can play a pass, and he's comfortable dropping deeper to receive the ball and linking up the play, which is the main thing, is link up play. And I'm really expecting exciting things for Betrand Traore, especially because he's going to a Lyon team that are going to play him in his preferred position. Now, Lacazette is a similar type of striker as well, someone that likes to play between the lines, link up play, and also has the ability to, dribble past an opponent, score goals from nothing. And I think that Lyon's the perfect club for Betrand Traore to really grow and prosper. And, maybe take a note of this, but I see him playing for a big team in the next 2-3 years. So don't forget this video. Now, speaking about Betrand Traore, going to move on now to Nathan Ake. Now, Nathan Ake, allegedly, Bournemouth are making a £20 million bid to sign him, and they're happy to accept a buyback fee. And you know what? In terms of Bournemouth business, it seems kind of weird that they're going to pay such a high value to then agree a buyback fee when it's not going to be like 40 million buyback fee. It's going to be way less. But the thing is, Ake is an upgrade to anything that Bournemouth have in defence. And when he was the defender there, it was no surprise that they started to pick up a lot of form. And that's because Ake is fantastic at playing out from the back, and he distributes the ball fantastically well. Now, Eddie Howe, he's trying to create a passing possession style at Bournemouth, and the main problem that Bournemouth have is that their defenders, Francis and I think Cook, they just can't do that role to a high enough standards. And, a lot of times they're the reasons why they're losing possession. And when Ake was playing, he actually really helped solidify them and really helped their build-up play from the back. And really, in my opinion, I feel that Ake going to Bournemouth is a bit of a downgrade. But I'm sure Ake's thinking, you know what? It's the World Cup in Russia next year. I need to be in the squad. I want to be in that team. It's my best chance to do that. At the same time, though, Chelsea, are we being really fair to their player? And what I mean by this is, well, there were reports that Everton and Southampton wanted to sign the player, but they didn't want to pay the £20 million fee because it had a buyback fee in it. And with clubs like that, they want to have some, their own stability for themselves. Now, in a way, it's kind of like, we're hampering Ake actually playing for a quality team that's at a higher level compared to Bournemouth, and really letting them grow and prosper in his career. You know, that seems to be Chelsea's mantra. It's always to get the best deal. You know what I mean? So it's unfortunate. But do I think it's right that Ake is leaving? In my personal opinion, yeah, I think he definitely should. I mean, this is a guy with fantastic potential. And with a buyback fee at Bournemouth, I mean, this could really work to our favour. Now, the thing is, we've got some aging defenders. I mean, they're not old yet, but in the next 2 seasons, Luiz and Cahill will probably be, you know, 32, I don't know, 33, 34. And Ake coming back during that time would be the perfect moment for him to really cement his place in the first team, because then by that time, Cahill might be out, and even maybe David Luiz. I mean, who knows? But I think it's definitely the right move for him to continue with this development, continue with that first class development, and, you know, really go on and really let his career go on and, you know, to another level. I felt sorry for him when he came back in January. It's kind of like the club forced him to come back just to be a backup option. I mean, really, it would have been better just to leave him on loan. I mean, he barely played, and the games he played in, even though he gave a great account of himself, he didn't really even have to play in them. So it felt like overkill, and it felt like we were, you know, really letting him stagnate for no reason. So I think a potential move to Bournemouth is going to be good for him in terms of, you know, stability and, you know, really playing his football. Now, to end this video, I'm going to be speaking about Nemanja Matic's potential move. Not even potential, but it seems to be a close to confirmed move to Manchester United. It looks like he's going to be sold for £40 million to Manchester United, freeing up space for Bakayoko to come and just replace him seamlessly into the team. Now, Matic has been getting a lot of stick. Me personally, I feel a lot of it is really uncalled for, and I kind of feel in a way he's kind of adopted this moniker of being the white Mikel, which I think is, you know, not even a disrespect to Mikel, because I think Mikel was another player that was really undervalued as well. And I think with certain players like that, the ones that really follow the manager's tactical plans, you know, of course managers love them because they can trust their, you know, the players to really commit to their plans. But at the same time, when you play those types of roles, you can't really express yourself as much. And with Matic, we know that he's a ball-winning midfield player. That's his main role. His main role is to win balls higher up, and because he's got great technique and because he's comfortable playing higher up, he wins the ball and passes it on to the, you know, next creative player, or can occasionally play that forward pass to, you know, a player further up. And I think that Matic, because Kante is basically effectively taking his role in the team, he's had to adopt and become a more deep line playmaker now. Is it the most effective way to use him? Maybe he could have improved in it. I mean, you know, he got 7 assists in his first season, playing a really unfamiliar role that he's never played throughout his entire career. At the same time, you know, the system he played, was it the most expansive at times to really help with passing options? I mean, yeah and no. But at the same time, I think that really, because we have Fabregas, he really should have started all those games anyway. And Matic really, in a way, wasn't necessarily needed. And in a way, he had to sacrifice his game to really, you know, support the left-hand side, babysit the left-hand side with Alonso and Cahill. And in a way, I think Matic, you know, knowing the player, you know, he's got a real ego and confidence about his ability. He probably isn't going to enjoy playing second fiddle to anyone. Now, him going to Manchester United is actually the perfect move for him. And it's really going to help Manchester United. It looks like it's going to be the replacement for Michael Carrick. And he's an upgrade to Fellaini. Now, Mourinho's been trying to make Fellaini become that type of midfield player, but she's never going to be. Herrera's made great strides to becoming that, but a midfield with Matic in is just going to create more freedom for Pogba to really do his thing. And this could be the move that finally makes Manchester United play a 4-3-3, where Pogba can play on the left-hand side of midfield. Now, to me, I think Pogba's a world-class player. And I think we're strengthening a rival because, you know, letting Pogba off the hook and really getting this creative freedom is really going to help take United to another level, because Pogba is one of the best midfielders in the world at linking up midfield and attack. And is it a bit short-sighted? Who knows? But at the same time, at Chelsea, we don't like to keep players back if they're not happy. And I feel that it's a combination of Matic not happy about Bakayoko coming, and also Matic wanting to go so he can revert back to playing his normal game. But anyway, you guys, that's going to end the Transfer Daily video for today. I hope you liked it. Please like, comment and subscribe. Comment section below. I want to hear your comments, your opinions. You know, I always try to get back to as much as I can. Of course, follow me on Twitter. That's key. I'm starting to blow up a little bit now on Twitter. Like, I got like 200 followers in like 2 days, which is really crazy. So shout out to Conte Tweets for the support on the channel, and thanks to everyone for the positive feedback and comments you've been giving over the past, the past few weeks. Has been really helpful. But anyway, you guys, thank you for watching today's video, and I will see you all later.